LA Dweebs versus Boston Burgers. Hard point.
Fair enough. I see a couple people that are very familiar to me as well. Mischief, Trademarks, K-Quick, played with them all in ranked play, that's for sure. And in some matches as well, but kicking things off strong here. Boston Burgers trying to get some of that early time. Gotta watch out for Ricky, though. It's always going to be coming in strong with that submachine gun there as LA Dweebs try to get some P1 control here. Looks like they've got P2 side of the map on lockdown as well, so the rotation should be pretty easy if Boston doesn't get something going here pretty quick.
Yeah, very early in the map, but LA Dweebs are looking like LAT right now. Boston Burgers just can't touch the point. They're kind of going down all at the same time, and you see them try to mount and come back here. Silos from Catwalk gets it on the Clancy, but LA Dweebs all over the map. But as I say that, 3 of them go down. Boston pushes get P2 control. You still have some Boston Burgers trying to contest it, but at least if you're Boston, you get some time on P1.
You also get that P2 rotation here. You get those big kills in the back. You should flip spawns here, no problem. Your teammates will have that insta-lock for that P2. Just got to be careful here because obviously LA Dweeb's very good at getting some pressure early on here. We'll see if they can keep that up. As of right now, they look like the team to look out for as far as just getting some crazy things going down. But Boston Burgers, they pick up 3 kills just like that. They gain the lead on the map here. Just got to be careful. Some LA Dweeb players trying to sneak on through, but Mischief not going to let these guys sneak through for free. Going to make sure you get some shots on every single one of them, take a few out as well in the process.
Yeah, Mischief causing some mischief. I told myself I wouldn't say that, but I did. Anyway.
I'm not at no, I'm just kidding.
LA Dweebs doing well to kind of take back this P2 control, but Boston already have a decent amount of time on it. If you're LA Dweebs, you can take the lead here, but Boston, you see them looking towards that P3. They're kind of going through mid-map. LA Dweebs knows that Boston maybe not going for this P2 again, but they spawn there, and number 4 in Trademarks just kind of wants to re-challenge that. There's only a few seconds left, so even if he wins the gunfight, nothing really is going to happen. Loses the gunfight, Boston really can't get a solid hold on the map. They're still spawning P2 side, but closer to P3 at this point. But LA Dweebs just have a lot of map control. You could see something with that number 3 Mischief may be able to secure spawns by flanking, but LA Dweebs have some members over there, and all the while, Boston is soaking up some time here.
Yeah, I was just thinking, is the average age of this Boston team like 30 years old or something? Like, at Trademarks, Mischief, K-Quick, these guys have been around a long time. Some old men on this team right here. Still cooking, though. Still cooking. No disrespect. I'm just as old as hell. But LA Dweebs here, just down by a little bit. They're trying to get the rotation down for the P4. Massive money hill coming in over at that P4 here. But Boston do a great job on the P3. Get some solid time here. We see this from a lot of teams here recently, be able to turn this P3 into a little bit more of a money hill, but they're going to grab that last couple seconds there before they fully rotate to the P4. Boston going to have to try to break this one open.
Yeah, I mean, pretty good time here for Boston on P3, but, you know, kind of falling into that Vault P3 trap of, like, LA Dweebs can just kind of sit top art and just pick people off and just keep the point from being, having anybody on it. You see that LA Dweebs kind of have control over P4 here. They're getting split spawns, which is not great for them. Boston is all around the building. It's all up to Ricky here to make a fantastic play. He'll get 1, but he's still got 3 other players to deal with, thankfully. He stalled just long enough for other LA Dweebs members to get right back into it. I don't know if they'll be spawning there, though. Okay, they will. Boston has spawns in the middle of the map, but, I mean, it's just kind of like 2 sides just going extremely mixy at one point. A lot of contest time in this hard point so far, and it shows. The scoreline is pretty much tied.
Yeah, the last 15 seconds or so here going to go the way of Boston as well, which is pretty big overall. Just making sure that LA Dweebs don't get really any time at all from the P4. Grab the last little bit of it, but now the rotation going to be coming into P1, which is a very contestable hill. We saw both teams in the first time around just trade this one back and forth. LA Dweebs ended up getting a little bit more time on it, but nothing too crazy. P2 is obviously where we're going to get a big chunk of time here between these two teams once again. So we'll see who fights for that one. But P1, LA Dweebs already picking up the first 13 seconds or so, but Boston gonna get the kills, gonna break on it. Now it's under their control. Mischief though, 17 and 8 with a 5 streak. Trying to get 6, can't quite get the kill. Finally does pick that one up. Some teammates to help him out as well.
Yeah, Mischief maybe making a great case to be sent up to gold here in this match.
18 and 8 is not going back. Not in gold. However, never again.
However, on the other side of it, Ricky's doing pretty well at 19 and 9 too. LA Dweebs, a little bit of a 20-point deficit here, but this point has been pretty much like the other points. It's extremely mixy. Both teams just firing at each other. It seems like there's always like one person for each team in the room, whatever the point is. And finally, LA Dweebs slays out with 3 down. Boston probably going to get bad spawns here. LA Dweebs have a good opportunity to chain the hills, but still a tied score line. Very interesting map so far.
I mean, welcome to Vault, though, right? It's just one of those maps. But LA Dweebs, though, they get the rotation 2P2 on lockdown. They pick up the kills they need. They've got some time going their way. But Boston pick up 2 kills right there, trying to break on in. 2 guys over towards the Palm side. Clancy gonna need a little bit of help. Ricky trying to get that help up front, but Boston breaks on in. They've got all 4 players pushed up as well. They get the kills they need, starting to push those spawns out towards the middle of the map. Ricky just trying to be a little bit annoying. Does have that Hellstorm in the back pocket. Is up to 24-11 now. Still absolutely cooking over there. But K-Quick around the back, waiting for Clancy. Just try something. Try him right now. It's not going to work out too well. K-Quick not missing the easy shots right there. But Boston Burgers looking great.
K-Quick is to K-Quick on the gun for Clancy. I'm gonna do something with each of their names. I'm gonna do something with each of their names.
That's just awful. I mean, it would have been better if you just said K-Quick's too quick. I'm in. Say K-Quick's crazy.
No. It's K-Quick is too K-Quick
for
LA Dweebs. Anyway, speaking of the map, Boston doing a great job trading out.
Too good at trading out, man.
Oh, shut the hell up! This is my turn to speak. God damn it. P3 very mixy again.
Why don't you give Hazard some hazard pay while you're at it?
Oh my god, I'm gonna kill you. 100, shooting at 100% right now.
I mean, Mischief is creating mischief. I think I heard you say that one a little bit ago.
The Kansas City Mischiefs.
Oh.
God damn it.
All right.
All right, we got Tom Clancy on the map here. He's holding down P3. You see Boston a little bit nervous to approach him, but they're going to flood in. They will get some time. P3 has been very back and forth. There's been a lot of time where nobody's been on it. Boston will eventually win out. They will push into spawns for P4. LA Dweebs spawning on the other side of the map. Boston looks poised to chain these hills and get some decent time here.
Ricky trying to make something happen for his team. Pushed up solo. Does get taken down. Now going to have to hit that respawn. Try to group back up with the teammates. They're trying to break on into this P4. LA Dweebs to be locked out this time around. First time around, they were the ones holding it down. But Boston getting a little bit of time going their way. But now Mischief has to try to lock things down by himself. Picks up that first kill. Does get shot in the back as expected. Teammates, though, get spawned back up or hard charging back. Just trying to get some pressure on the map. Try to keep things going their way. You got to be careful, though. They don't want to get too staggered with these spawns. Start hitting this one at a time. Never works out that way. But LA Dweebs, though, trying to hold down this time. 15 seconds remaining. This one gets it basically right back up to tied as we expect. Mischief, though, spinning and serve. Not quite finding anyone, but his teammate's going to get it done anyway. Ricky trying to make a play, but he gets taken down. Mischief's got to get better at turning. I swear, this guy used to be 180 in people nonstop. I've seen him play before.
He's going up to gold. Look at his KD. He's going up to gold either way. But, I mean, I'm running out of things to say. I'm running out of things to say other than the puns, because each of these points are kind of just becoming like one after another. It's like somebody wins out a little bit. There's a lot of uncontested time or contested time, and you know, scoreline tied again. LA Dweebs getting some time here, but both of these teams are really focused on securing down their sight lines and getting some map control. And it works out. Like, LA Dweebs has control, but then Boston runs right back in. They win a few gunfights. They have control again, and it is just, like, so back and forth. Like, I really don't know what else to say. But LA Dweebs about to tie this up, take over the lead. Boston set up for P2, though. We are approaching the end of the map, and one of these teams is going to have a heartbreaking loss for sure.
I mean, the scoreline's crazy, though. It is actually non-stop back and forth as even as it gets, but LA Dweebs, I mean, they're going to try to fight for every second of every hill. That's what they've been doing all map long. So this P2 is going to pop up. This is the first time where I feel like at the start of a P2, we have like an actual full-on contest fest right off the start. But trademarks, definitely submachine gun player you want on your team down in the silver division. Going to get killed by his other submachine gun player. Shout out Mischief. Getting it done there, but that's two for two in the... Oh, no! LA Dweebs! Cleaning it up right now. The spawn's going to be the back 4. Boston Burgers going to have to try to break this one on open. LA Dweebs starting to get some decent time here for the first time, really, that we didn't have just non-stop contesting, I feel like. But Mischief trying to break in from the front. Does get taken down. K-Quick with a nice kill from the back. Ricky Just trying to reinforce this the best he can. Picks up that first one. Another one going to push on through. Boston Burgers, the numbers are just not paying off quite yet. 15 seconds left on the P2. Got to start rotating to the P3, P4. Mischief, though, wants to just keep pushing this one out a little bit.
Yeah, I mean that was a very strange hill. I mean Boston
Oh, he's
like
farming
kept
here, too.
spawning there and just kept sending waves of players there, and they just couldn't make anything happen. LA Dweebs secures the scrap time, but now like the map is so messy. Like Boston has P3, but LA is right in their face, and they're on either side of them. So like this could be a little bit of a trap going here. Hazard will execute on that Tom Clancy, gets Mischief down, and we see a little bit of a melee
Oh, it's
kill
my boy!
happen there. LA Dweebs want to chalk the mentality of Boston going into these last few seconds. LA Dweebs 15 away, 30 seconds left on the point. Boston trying to make something happen, trying to go back at it, but if this is like P2, no matter the amount of people they send, LA has an answer.
Send the sandbagger out there to go clean up right now. Go get him, Ricky. I'm kidding, of course. Obviously, it's a joke. But 2:43 right now for LA Dweebs. 7 more points, and this one's going to be over in their favor. Boston Burgers, though, going to fight for every single second. They don't have a choice. They have to. But they clean things up a little bit on the P3. 4 seconds to this was over. You got to get 2 P4 now. They waited far too long. This one's going to be over before anyone even gets there. LA Dweebs, 2 more seconds. Make it 1, 249, 250. They win. Boston Burgers don't even get a chance to contest. And just like that, LA Dweebs going up 1-0 in this series, 250 to 200. Jeez.
Yeah, I mean, what a back and forth map. I will say though, it kind of looked like Boston was collapsing a little bit on at the end there, like that P2 where they were literally just sending people in, and they just couldn't make anything happen. That's really crucial for them. If they get like a solid hold there, I think they can win the map. But LA Dweebs good on execution. That's crazy, CNK.
That's insane.
Anyway, starting this Skyline S&D, loaded up, no problems, fingers crossed. That bomb is not moving out of spawn so far. You have Clancy trying to creep up and maybe get a pick, but 2 from LA Dweebs goes down. This is not looking good for them right off rip, but you have Hazard and 100 on a map trying to
I think he
bring
deserves
this
that
back.
hazard pay.
Yes, I think he does. You get to make that joke now.
Is going to start getting planted, though, in favor of LA Dweebs here. So that technically puts them on defense now. Boston Burgers going to have to try to break into this top office here, which I think with the 3 players that are up right now, Mischief, K-Quick, and Trademarks, have been around a long time. Not going to be too difficult for them whatsoever. You see them try to move on up the map at the same time here. 2 players coming up the back steps. I mean, that player sneaks away at the last second right there. That's big. Hazard just staying alive, gets a nice pick right there. This thing might be looking a little better for this squad right now. Got to be nice and careful. Here's 100. Up top by himself. I mean, this Boston team is frozen right now. They're just not making any moves. They're going to have to get something going here soon. 100 checks that bomb, sees no one's on it. Some players in the room. Hazard picks up one. Now going to be a 1v2. K-Quick by himself, tries to go for the defuse, gets taken down, and LA Dweebs clutch up the 2v3.
Yeah, that was a really great retake from LA over there. And like I talked about the strategic playing, that bomb waits in the back of the map, kind of sees how the situation in kitchen unfolds. And then when it doesn't go their way, they go right to B. They're able to get it because everybody's so focused on kitchen. You eventually get a pick if you're LA, bring it 2-2, and then, you know, the time's ticking, the time's on your side. Boston, a little bit frozen there, don't know what to do, and before they know it, they look at the game clock, and there's 20 seconds left, and you got to make something happen, and it just didn't. So
They
good on
legitimately
LA.
lost probably 15 seconds just kind of hanging out. That'll happen every once in a while, especially on a map like Skyline. But nice little first blood coming in from Boston. They pick up 2 in a row right there. Clancy answers with 1, but doesn't matter. Loses his life as well. Now going to be Hazard. 1v3. Bomb going down in favor of Boston. Hazard, though, gets taken down just like that. Boston Burgers answer back with a phenomenal offense of their own. Tie things up 1-1.
I think the ratios are coming out to play.
I told you exactly how this game was going to go.
What, do you want to tell us how the series is going to go? And the next series? You
No,
can just shut it off right now.
No, see, this... Actually, I might be able to predict the next series, though.
Okay. I want to hear that
later, though. We'll do that later.
Yeah.
That'll be a good one. I like that one.
Good round out of Boston, though. Like, really, like, just straight up just getting 3 LA members down and then just planting the bomb.
Anytime I
Don't
see
even...
trademarks pop off, I'm happy.
Yeah, really great out of Boston there. Hazard and 100 carrying the kills for LA so far, but let's wait for Ricky to kick into gear here. If he's anything like he was in that hardpoint, he's going to be a menace.
2v3 once again, just like round 1 here. LA Dweebs though make it a 2v2. Okay, quick. Gonna get taken down. That was the slowest Omni dive backwards I think I've ever seen. It was like slow motion. I thought maybe K-Quick was gonna get a kill out of that somehow. But Boston Burgers in this 2v2, this bomb making its way slowly towards this B objective. Hazard gets shot in the back by Trademarks, gets taken down as he slides the wrong way. 100 though. No bomb in hand. 40 seconds to go here on the round. Gonna try to play spots player out, gets taken down. Boston Burgers gonna take the round, gonna go up 2-1.
Yeah, I think very similar situation to round 1 with I think Hazard and 100 were
They
the ones
died.
left there, but the retake doesn't come through this time. And Boston now up 2-1. Nice little final kill from Mischief, but again, I think Boston like they're getting some really great picks right off the rip. And it didn't work out for them round 1, but it certainly has these last 2 rounds.
It's just like
LA.
optic. It's just COD timing. They're just getting lucky.
Oh, okay. Are we just gonna
I'm just
downplay it
kidding.
now?
I'm just kidding.
Wow, wow.
No,
The
it's
way you're
like,
downplaying it, I
no,
thought I
it's
was
just
on the
funny
map
because
for a minute.
that's like what Twitter is right now. As someone who's an optics fan can confirm, I've been in the depresso dump slump, dude. But Clancy with a nice little 2-piece to kick things off right there. Boston now down 2 players. Got to make a play. Got a player jumping in their face. That's gonna be Ricky who gets taken down. Ricky not looking quite like the hardpoint self we saw a little bit ago, but I can always bounce back, no problem. Any point in time in an S&D picks up 2 or 3 in a round, he's right back in there. But Boston down only 1 player now. And the bomb is going to be stuck there towards that bottom A. Nice shots down range, I suppose. But LA Dweebs here. 3 players. Defense looking pretty solid, though. Got a decent spread.
Wow. Gunfights on gunfights. LA gets the early kills, and then they're just able to carry the trades through. Very kind of standard S&D round there, but the ratios.
Dude,
The
both teams
ratios
wanted
are taking
offense now.
form.
Both teams wanted defense. Kind of insane.
We're in uncharted territory.
I don't think I've ever
Uncharted before.
seen. I don't think I've
On
ever
map
seen
one.
an S&D in my entire life in any game ever where it was back and forth.
Never. Never. Anyway, LA on offense now. If they can chain another offense win for getting the bomb there, not a great start, but you see them looking towards kitchen again. This is where Boston was able to make things messy on round 1. LA looking at that piano area. Ricky getting away just with his life there, but Boston, they have eyes everywhere. LA just need a pick, but I mean, the more time you spend, the harder it's going to be to get this bomb down. Eventually, bomb will go down, but 4v4, it's going to be tough for both teams.
Oh, big kill from Mischief right there. Big first blood. Boston does take 7.5 to defuse, but the flank comes in. Hazard picks up 1. Clancy gets 1 from the front, just like that. Hazard with another in the back. 1 player remaining. Gonna be K-Quick, 1v3. And just like that, we got our first 2 rounds in a row. LA Dweebs gonna win an offense right after a defense, and boom. Gonna be up 4-2, so 3-2. Sorry, why did I think they had 4 rounds? What is wrong with me?
Well,
That's not how this works.
turn-
This is not how back and forth works. You don't get 2 rounds in 1 round. You know what I mean? It's like, that'd be kind of cool, though.
Well, I mean, let's see if
Balls
they
in a
can
round?
do it, right? Because if Boston wins, the ratios are intact. But if LA Dweebs wins, it's all over.
That's a problem. Make a call.
That is a problem. Boston on offense this time. We'll see what they do with the bomb. Hopefully don't forget it again.
It happens. It happens.
It happens. Again, this kitchen is going to
like
be
this, though. I
kind of
like
a
this.
point of... Wow. LA just
Come on.
doesn't really push in the kitchen, and Boston just kind of slides through pool, but has it able to get the early kill onto K-Quick. That's going to give Boston a little bit of a worse chance of winning this round, but the bomb does go down is the good news for them.
I think we're having a slight server issue there. It's 100. Kind of just chilling on the edge of the map. Trademarks picks up 2 kills, though. Doing a solid job. Another one
Wow.
coming in. Just like that. Hazard 1v2. As his teammate 100 kind of legged out again. Can't pick up the SMG. A little upset about that. Gonna go back for, oh, not going for number 2. Not gonna try again. Pick it up, but gonna Mischief and Trademarks up against Hazard. Hazard been doing a good job here so far. Doesn't get the kill. Stop shooting. Gets taken down. And Boston Burgers they answer right on back. Get the offense of their own. And just like that. A little back and forth action.
The ratios.
The ratios.
I was just going to say that every time.
I mean, you
It's
might
just
as
kind of
well.
my statement. I'm
That's
just going
kind
to
of like
say
our
that mic
talking
drop.
points at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, I just like check my notes and it just says the ratios. I take really detailed notes. I take this very seriously. I really
don't.
earn my money
I
here.
usually write like map score.
Do you? Well,
Oh
I
man, we had
know.
someone lag. You should have played. You should have played us. That would have been fun.
Well, we are playing again in the match, thankfully.
Ooh, here we go. This one, good one. Ooh, 3-3.
A hit,
Mischief.
B
Oh,
hit.
Mischief gonna get the first blood. Boom. Just like that. Boston Burgers looking good here on the defensive side. As LA Dweebs trying to get this bomb down top B. Hazard gets a nice kill in the back. Bomb starts going down. K quick. Trying to hit a little bit of route here. Maybe he can get a kill or two. Ooh, does not quite get anything as Hazard picks that one up. Now going to be a 3v2. Bomb going down once again. Mischief and Trademarks versus 3 players from LA Dweebs.
We'll point out it is 3-3 in the score line, 2-2 in terms of players still alive in the round. Bomb down for LA. Boston might get into the same situation we've seen them in before. Might be a little bit frozen here. Might spend a little too much time, but Boston does get that pick on the Hazard. 100 responds back, and now it's Trademarks versus 100.
Pros don't
Trademarks
fake.
going for a ninja defuse on 100. Might not get here in time. He does. He checks it in time, and there you go. LA Dweebs up 4-3 in the round count.
All right. A little back and forth once again. I mean, Boston, they won the last offense. Now LA going to win this offense here. So, I mean, you got to keep it going. But 100 making a big play right there. I mean, that was getting a little bit scary, though, because their 2v3 turned into a 1v2 real quick as the side of Boston brought those numbers into their advantage there. But, hey, LA Dweebs pulled it off in the end anyway. 100, the guy who had to restart the PC real quick. Back in the game, no problem. So, Boston Burgers. Gotta win this one right here, or they make me look like a fool.
Do you need them to look like a fool? Or can you do that on your own? Wow, Ricky going hot, but Boston responding. K-Quick gets a nice 2-piece. Mischief goes down. K-Quick goes down. LA Dweebs. 5-3. Boston, they got to make something happen right now.
Oh, no. Oh, no. I mean, Hazard's looking really good in this S&D, though. He was looking good before the restart and looking good here as well. But 5-3 in favor of LA Dweebs. The Boston Burgers, a lot on the line right here. Do not want to go down 2-0 in this series. They're going to have to try to win this round here for the boys. The Boston Boygas would never let us down. Then again, this is not the Boston Boygas. This is the Boston Boygas. A little bit different. So LA Dweebs here. Bomb in hand, making their way towards A. Got some cover, but Boston Burgers going to send 2 players up over the top. That's going to be the Trademarks and Mischief. Mischief first blood on the map, starting things out for the team. And just like that, K-Quick with 1 as well. Hazard does trade out Mischief. Brings those numbers back a little bit. LA Dweebs do have the bomb down.
LA Dweebs does have the bomb down, and that bomb is ticking, but Boston goes down to 2-1. Trademarks can't go down here, otherwise the map is lost, and there you go. LA Dweebs take map 2 as well. After the map restart, they just sweep completely. What a very, very great ending to that map.
Are you implying that watching our friends lose was a good chip over here?
Oh,
Sorry,
don't
I know
tell
that might be
Bobby.
a little
Don't tell
controversial.
Bobby. Don't tell Bobby. He hates chocolate chip. All right. Okay, well, we lost a caster.
Gentlemen, I believe I just got sent to the Shadow Realm mid S&D round, which is actually control. I don't know why. I mean, so anyway, I mean, Boston Burgers trying to fight for their lives over here to defend that first hill there on this control. And, you know, great question from the chat, though. Not going to lie.
Yeah, I mean, we have LA versus Boston again. Boston sporting the mint chocolate chip colors, coincidentally, and right now.
Good stuff. It's good stuff, man.
No, I agree, but Bobby doesn't, and Jims doesn't.
What? Let me guess, Jims. Let me guess. It's vanilla.
Why is Jim so lame? Why is Jim so lame?
I don't know what that means, but all right. Fair enough. Oh, some Arizona type stuff right there, I'm guessing.
He said churro, by the way, for everybody watching. He said churro.
What's the best feeling
Okay.
ice cream?
Jims is electing himself king of ice cream, by the way.
Yeah, well,
Just yeah.
technically speaking, he was the king of ice cream, though. All right, all right. So anyway, we'll
Alright.
take one more question from the chat, and then we're gonna go back to the game. Okay, so LA Dweebs right now doing their best to get some pressure on the map here. They're currently on the A and B site, trying to get some pressure on the back spawns as well. The Boston Burgers pick up a couple kills here in return. K Quick 6-1 on a 4 streak, keeping that pressure pushed up for his team. And just like that, Boston kind of cleared the map up a little bit here, doing a good job just playing this defensive side. 30 seconds remaining for LA Dweebs. They only have 1 tick secured on that A site, nothing on B at all. Look at this.
Yeah,
as well.
LA Dweebs in a little bit of a blender here. Definitely feeling that minty flavor more than the chocolate chip from Boston over here. But yeah, LA Dweebs in a little bit of a precarious situation. 9 in the live count, 16. You might be able to get A here, but Boston has eyes all over it. A lot of Boston players are respawning. It's all up to Hazard to stay on that point, and Hazard does so. You get a collapse from LA onto the point. And now the live count is a little bit more even, but still an uphill battle. Still all 3 segments of B. Boston looking good so far, but, you know, LA has time to work with now.
LA, 5 lives remaining. Trying to get on this B site. They've got a player on it, just keeping it contested. They get a kill as well. Got to be careful, though. They've got a little bit of a split on the map right now. They have a tough time here. They pick up 1 kill there in return, but this would be a 3v8 on the map, make it a 2v8. Did not secure that tick onto the B site, so Boston should be able to win this round here, but they still have to deal with Ricky and Hazard of all players. These two are very talented. Ricky gonna get taken down, Hazard taken down as well, and just like that, Boston Boygas gonna win that first round. They do let up 3 ticks, but nothing too crazy for a map like this.
Nothing too crazy. Pretty standard defense there, but Boston definitely feeling the pressure of needing to win this map, because if you don't, that's the whole ball game. That's the series.
Chat right now.
CMK, I think we have some questions from the audience.
Okay, we'll go back to questions later, everybody. We're in between series. Just give us a little bit of time here.
I'm very curious about this one.
So I'm going to be honest
CMK.
with you. The big toe's got to be it. It has to be the big toe.
No, you're right.
You
You're
clip
100%
that thing
right.
Clip, you know? Series. So trademarks with the first blood on their offense here. But K-Quick following up with a nice quick one as well. K-Quick with a quick one. Okay, I like it. Ricky. Trying to just get a little flank on it, you know. He does just that, picks up 1. Would Hunter going to get a kill as well? Now Boston, he's got 1 player pushed up on A, but they're going to get taken out. So the full respawn coming in. Have to be careful, though, because LA Dweeb's going to get some spawn kills in. So things are going to get a little staggered and a little chaotic for a bit.
Little chaotic for a bit. Boston kind of developing into a similar situation to LA in the first round here, but it seems like Boston is kind of deciding to go for this B point. They may be able to sneak back behind Ricky here, waiting for somebody to come through building, but nobody ever does. A is locked down. You have Boston members going to B. You have number 7 in Mischief trying to maybe cause some confusion in their house over there, but Boston just haven't really been able to grab onto anything here. You do have Mischief kind of slaying out, but I mean, Boston, no real map control yet. Even getting number 5 onto the point, you still have to deal with 4 and Hazard, who has a sight line onto A.
Yeah, things looking a little interesting at the moment as Boston Burgers, they get the kills they need. They get on the time. Got to get a little bit of a stack going. Word to Jims. As the 8 points starting to fly by now. You get enough players on there, that thing's gone instantly. Should take about 9 seconds from here on out. We'll see how it goes. Going by pretty quick, but the flank comes in for 100. Lining up those shots just perfect. Picks up 2. Looking for the 3rd on the hill, who once again was K-Quick. Just laying down on his back because he had that backwards dive again. Love to see that. But 2 ticks on the 8 point, 15 seconds about remaining on the round. Number 7 player, the only one close to this A point, has to be careful though. He's got a player behind him who's about to shoot him in the back. Does go down, and some big flanks come in for Dweebs as they kind of clean this round up.
Yeah, it's pretty much just clean up at this point. Boston, not a great offensive round. Last ditch effort from K-Quick there, and I do believe they're down 1 in ticks. That makes them, because they only got 2, right? So LA Dweebs in the early game kind of has a slight lead over here. But we'll have to see how this develops. By the way, not to bring it back to this, but I was thinking about it. Red Velvet. Best ice cream flavor.
That's just weird. See, you guys have weird.
Yes, it is.
That's the guy who said his favorite ice cream flavor was
It's
a churro.
no,
like, what are we even talking about?
Bro. Okay, well, Well, we have Red Velvet versus Mint Chocolate Chip on the map, so I'm not gonna hear it. Dude, your whole worldview is Ben and Jerry's. Expand,
Yeah.
bro. Expand.
Yeah, like, why don't you get into, like, Kemp's or something?
Boston back on defense now. Really need to get a round win here. LA going 2 down to start.
Otherwise, they're gonna be selling ice cream.
Yes, they might have to resort to selling Ben and Jerry's.
You do.
Boston not doing too well on the defense here, going 3 down. LA has some solid footing on B. Has 2 members about to be on B, it looks like. These teams very concerned about sightlines to the point of not stacking the point. But it looks like they may be able to get that first tick here. If they slay out in Boston, they could get an even better footing into this round here. But Boston, their sights are on B. They have to juggle B and A, but B, one tick comes through, but Boston has control of B. K-Quick onto A. 2 LA players. K-Quick gets 1, but the reinforcements are in. And the team kill comes in. Tom Clancy goes on to 100. LA doing a good job of getting ticks here, but really no solid push yet.
Trying to do their best here. I mean, Boston's done a great job on these defenses for the most part. So I'd say defense. This is the second one. So it is defenses, but you know how it is. But nice kills coming in from Boston. There may be a chance to sneak onto A. A couple players get onto the B site there as well. So a lot of pressure coming from LA Dweebs up onto the A site. This one's going to be gone real quick, and it is gone just like that. But Boston, they reinforce towards that B side, just making sure they don't lose anything on that for free. But Hazard, the 2 big kills are going to help out quite a bit moving towards the other side of the map here. Nice little God nade out of Mischief right there. Probably sent that one from spawn, I can imagine. All the way in the back there, but got some nice push, a nice push coming in from LA Dweebs as they take that A site. But 1 tick onto B, so a little bit to work with and plenty of time. Not a lot of lives, though.
Not a lot of lives, indeed. It's 8-11 here at Boston Burgers. You see them just kind of standing in that B zone, but 100 just runs right up the ladder. B, 2 ticks left. Boston are just counting on getting the live count down to 0. There's way too much time to count on anything else, frankly. 10-4. No respawns left for LA Dweebs. You have Hazard shooting at this mid-turn here, but getting spotted out. Boston has solid control. Very difficult for LA to come back from this live count. Hazard goes down, and he's out for the round. 3 more players. Clancy goes down. We have Ricky Ticky-Tacky trying to make something happen near Boat over here. Gets that Boston player down, but that Boston player is going to respawn, and your teammates aren't. 2 LA Dweebs members, 1 LA Dweeb member, all up to 100, and 100 goes to 0 real quick. LA up 5 ticks. It's going to be very difficult for Boston to snatch that defense round 5. They would basically have to get every tick, I think. I don't think they're... they might be winning in lives, right? Because they went 10 and whatever that last round. So maybe Boston at least needs 5 to get the defense.
I don't think they're winning in live, are they?
Well, they had a good round last round. I wasn't paying attention to first 2.
I mean, the score, for all we know, the scoreboard's glitched out, so I don't even know why we're... But, all right, well, Boston up 2-1 can win it here if they just win this round out, get all 6 ticks on the board, but need 5 to tie. We'll see if they can do that. LA Dweebs, though, see what they've got in action force on this defense here as they start out with the first couple kills. Going to get a couple traded out, but nothing too crazy. But once again, going to get stuck probably all the way in that back spawn is going to be Boston. But this time around, they're going to make their way towards the B site. Ricky going to spot them out, gets the first kill with the sub. Still a God gun, by the way. Shout out to Jackal. They wanted to get rid of it, but our man stays in the game. Ricky just kind of popping off this round, doing his thing. We saw this Ricky in the hard point, kind of disappeared for a little bit, but he has shown himself a little bit here and there. Is an insanely talented player. Once again, getting some nice flanks in, just hitting some angles wherever he possibly can. Boston Burgers, though, down 4 lives, nothing too crazy, but the time is really what we're worried about.
The time, indeed, is what we're worried about. And remember, Boston on the offense, they're kind of not expected to win this one, so it's okay if it goes to round 5. But, again, the tick situation is not in their favor, so you kind of do want to see them make a little bit more of an effort than they currently are. LA Dweebs collapsing on A just as Boston is managed to get some time on it, but that tick is not going to come through if Ricky has anything to say about it. Ricky missing quite a few shots, but, you know, contesting the point is good enough. You have Tom Clancy getting a sightline onto the point. Boston has some members there. Still no tick. Finally, the first tick comes through. LA going down in the live count. Boston just wants to keep applying the pressure here.
Stack that point, though. Once again, though, a flank coming in 100 has every time there's a stack going over on this A site, 100 flanks picks up 2, maybe 3 of them. But Mischief here trying to close out this A site. He's going to get that done. Only down 2 lives are the Boston Burgers at the moment. So another 2 crazy. Make it 3, make it 2 again. Just non-stop trades up, but that's some big kills coming in from Boston. That's their opportunity to get their spawn cleared out. Not quite going to get that done. Is Ricky just staying alive right now? The guy's an absolute menace on the map at the moment. Mischief chasing him down. It's just struggling to do so, though. Ricky just being an absolute menace, and he gets behind Mischief. Mischief tries his best, but Ricky is doing it all right now. 32 and 21 on a 4 streak once again. This guy's got the movement, and he's back in the spawn once again.
Yeah, I know 2 players in this match going right to gold. Right to gold.
2? Who's the other one?
Mischief.
You said Mischief back to gold?
Yeah, I
He's
mean,
an old man.
Well, we're all gonna get. I'm an old man too, 25.
You're already in bronze. I mean, Boston's got guys on this B site though. Ricky may be popping off, but there's still players sending it right now. Ricky on the second six streak of the map, make it a 7. Still no cruise missile in sight. Take like 2 more kills, it looks like, but that's just how it is. Isn't going to get it, though. Is K-Quick going to shut that down? 3 lives remaining for Boston, 4 for LA Dweebs. No respawns available to either team. We'll see if Boston can clutch up here. K-Quick on a 6 of his own. He does get taken down by that nade, though. Not going to be good for his teammates. Mischief just barely misses that kill. Solo in a 1v4. Trying to get one more tick to clutch up for his team. Gonna run right past the player, but does take them down. So 100 off the map. 1 more to go. No, unfortunately not going to get it done in LA Dweebs. They clutch that one up. They tie things up 2-2. And they should be on this defensive round.
Yeah, I was really worried Mischief wasn't going to see that person in the corner there. But, I mean, what? Boston got 4 ticks there, so they
gold
have
player
offense.
sees that guy every time. I mean, silver player sees that guy every time. I did it.
He's going up to gold, man. I don't know where you're fighting. Are you
I don't
fried
think
by
so. Hey,
Mischief?
James, is Mischief going to gold?
Okay, well,
That's
I
no.
own the league.
That is a no.
I own the league, okay?
Oh,
So
do you know?
I
mean,
dictate what
as far as
happens.
wins and losses is concerned, yeah.
I mean,
Especially because the guy you're competing with trademarks might win this series. You sweating a little bit?
I mean, he's doing quite well.
He's like what?
I
Like
mean,
8. He's like 8 wins behind you, maybe only 7.
I think, you know, LA could pull out here. You know, good round for LA, and my win padding becomes a little bit better here. Boston on offense, so definitely an uphill battle for them. If they lose this round, they lose the series. LA going right up to zip, getting the sightlines, trying to contest A, trying to get a sightline on A, but not really able to do it in time. I'm a little bit slow. I'm sorry. It's like 10 o'clock, you know. Long day of work, of being unemployed. I'm doing my best here, so I really am.
This is the Optic Gaming I know and love right here. But Boston Burgers, though, they do a great job getting that full A site taken. Now working on B. They get a nice kill right there out of Mischief, just delaying a little bit for his teammates to get pushed back up here. The flank comes in from K-Quick as well, just being a menace in those spawns. But they get the kills. They've got everyone pushed up. They get a stack going. This one could be over pretty quick. Gotta send it. Get on the objective, K-Quick. What are we doing, pal?
Yeah, we gotta get on the point.
Second tick on the way. Ricky, though, in the middle of the map. Ricky is hunting. He's gonna get a second kill right there. Ricky not too happy at the moment with the fact that they gave up that free tick. But now, 20 lives remaining, but Boston floods through the middle of the map. They lose a player right off the bat. One more player on the top gun, sneaks around through barracks. Got to be careful here. That flank is going to be big. Number 7 player Mischief, the one to watch for. He picks up 1 K-Quick, 1 from the middle of the map. Now we got to be a little bit more careful here. If you're Boston, you've got 2 players in your side barracks as well.
Yeah, you definitely got to be careful, but it is kind of trending in their direction over here, in the live count at least. LA trying to cut that down, and they do it quite effectively. Cut that deficit down to half. 12 versus 15. Boston has 2 ticks left. They have plenty of time to do it, but LA very turtled up. Any angle Boston tries to come at it, they will be spotted. and it's all about winning the gunfights. But Mischief and Trademarks don't do that. K-Kick goes down as well. CeeLo goes down as well. That's a 4 down. LA is feeling mighty fine right now. Ricky shooting from zipline. LA now have the lead in life count. K-Quick goes down again. They know they got to get this player in top house there, but can they do it? Ricky defending quite well.
You just can't 1v1 Ricky. Unfortunately, the spawn kills come in as well. Just like that, 5 lives remaining for the Boston Burgers. 1 respawn available. No respawns anymore as Clancy shuts that last player down. Now 4v11 on the map. Ricky, though, still cooking at 46 and 26 on a 7 streak. Still no cruise missile in sight. Picks up another 2v10 to be Mischief and Celios versus the world. Let's see if they can get it done. Mischief goes down. Last player available for the Boston Burgers. 1v10. I mean, we've never seen it happen, but you never know.
He's on a 9 streak.
Oh, I mean,
Ricky's on a 9 streak. He's going to get a Merciless pretty soon.
Oh, Ricky, why? He's just laying down there by boat. Ricky's a legend. Well, he's using a cruiser, so that's why. Oh, he gets taken off the 9, though.
Stopped at 9. No Merciless for Ricky. Straight to gold. Straight to gold. What a good win from LA, nonetheless.
If you keep talking like this, I'm going to send you to gold.
No, I'm going to Iron. They closed down Iron. Why did they do that?
They closed it down because you were abusing those guys down there.
I wasn't in Iron. I was trying to get into Iron.